Hey folks, want to come on here and shoot another solo episode of the podcast. This one is going to be about mindset. I'm going to keep it under 15 minutes. For those of you wondering why I'm talking about this concept, over the last, I want to say 8 years, I have read a number of different books and I really got into reading nonfiction, hence the self help podcast, sort of that genre. And one of those books is Mindset by Dr. Carl S. Dweck. I was earlier on in the year, I this is a little side note or tangent. I came home from I was thinking out at with friends, and I looked in the bookshelf, and I think over the last, and I won't make this too much about myself, but over the last 8 to 10 years, I think it's 8 years, I've read one book a month. For if you work it out and calculate it, it's about one book a month every month for 10 years. So I did it about 7 to 8 years, just through consistency, which we already talked about with the podcast number. Let me just double check the podcast. I think it was there's two of them. There is number 20, which is Grit, which is one of those books, and then number 25 we talked about performance and the importance of consistency. I noticed that habit alone trans I don't want to say transformed my entire life, but it really improved definitely my academics. There was a complete change there. There was I noticed in my personal relationships, even my relationships with other people, family, friends, and definitely areas of my life that just completely changed into the 180. Even though before they were going well, very well, but it just brought it to another level, applying that knowledge that I took from all these books. I want to say before we get into the podcast about mindset is, I don't ident- I have struggled with dyslexia in the past, so and I got feedback when I was younger to start maybe reading books by a family member, or excuse me, by my dad. So I eventually got into reading books, and yeah, the habit paid off. It really did pay off, and I still do it to this day. I took a break for a bit. I thought I needed to focus on my health a bit more, which we talked about on podcast 25 about performance, the balance between performance and health. There is a side of that triad called body composition, which we haven't got into yet about. So that's more about the health and fitness side of things. But the balance between performance and health, which I've really, I wouldn't say struggled with or come to learn over the last 4 years while taking this career break, or now it's kind of over with the podcast. Yes, 3 minutes in, we will get into Mindset, which is one of my favorite books of all time by Dr. Carl S. Dweck. So, for those of you who are wondering, I'll just give a quick overview. Dr. Carl Dweck has also a lot of videos online about the growth mindset, which we'll get into. Just let me do a quick overview here. Yes, which we'll get into. Carl S. Dweck, PhD, is an American psychologist best known for her research on mindsets, the fixed mindset, and growth mindset. She is a professor of psychology at Stanford University and one of the most influential researchers in motivation, personality, and development. Key contributions. Number one, growth versus fixed mindset. Fixed mindset, belief that intelligence and abilities are static. Growth mindset, belief that intelligence and abilities can be developed through effort, strategies, and support. Her research shows that adopting a growth mindset leads to greater resilience, motivation, and achievement. Number two, author of Mindset, The New Psychology of Success. This best-selling book, 2006, brought her work to mainstream audiences. Number three, research areas, motivation and achievement. Response to failure, which we kind of touched upon with which the book Grit as well, or the concept of grit. Influence of praise on learning, process praise versus person praise. Educational and organizational applications of mindset theory. Impact. Dweck's work has shaped modern education, parenting, coaching, and business leadership practices. Many schools use growth mindset principles to improve student outcomes. If you like, I can provide a summary or practical ways to build a growth mindset, excuse me. So a summary of mindset, which you can buy the book online. I think Amazon.ie may have the book, or you can probably order it in Eason's or Dubray, which I got it was incorrect. The podcast wasn't to Paris Brave. But anyway, back to the show. Summary of mindset. Carl S. Dweck's book explains how the beliefs we hold about our abilities shape our behavior, motivation, and success. The central idea is that people operate from one or two core mindsets. Number one, the fixed mindset. People with a fixed mindset believe intelligence and talent are inborn and largely unchangeable. Success is proof of being smart, and failure reveals a lack of ability. Effort is seen as a sign that you are not naturally good at something. This leads to avoiding challenges, giving up easily, and fearing failure. Number two, growth mindset. People with a growth mindset believe intelligence and skills can be developed through effort, strategies, and help. Challenges are opportunities to learn. Failure is information, not a judgment of who you are. This mindset leads to resilience, curiosity, and higher achievement. Key ideas from the book. I don't want to take away too much from it, so just get into this real quick. 7 minutes in. Number one, the power of yet. Using the word yet, I can't do this yet, reframes challenges as temporary. Number two, praise the process, not the person. Dweck shows that praising effort, strategies, and persistence encourages growth. Person-based praise, you're so smart, leads to fragile confidence. 3. Mindset shapes every area of life. Dweck applies the mindset framework to schools. Students with a growth mindset outperform fixed mindset peers. Sports. Champions focus on consistent improvement, not innate talent. Business, growth-oriented leaders build stronger, more innovative teams. Relationships, growth mindset encourages communication and problem solving. Parenting/teaching, adults can create environments that foster growth. 4. Changing your mindset is possible. Mindsets are not permanent. You can shift toward a growth mindset through recognizing fixed mindset thoughts, reframing challenges, embracing effort and learning, seeking feedback, understanding the brain's ability to grow, neuroplasticity. The core message: your beliefs about your abilities profoundly influence your success. With a growth mindset, you can learn, change, and achieve more than you ever thought possible. And I won't get into a chapter by chapter summary, practical exercises, which is interesting. Maybe one day we'll get Carol on the podcast. There's just one or two more things I'd like to cover. Perfect. Practical exercises to build a growth mindset. Here are practical, easy to use exercises to building a growth mindset. These work for students, adults, teams, and anyone trying to shift their thinking. Practical exercises to build a growth mindset. Number one, fixed mindset to growth mindset. A thought swap. How it works. When you face a challenge, write down your fixed mindset thought and then rewrite it as a growth mindset thought. Example: I'm not good at this. To I can improve with practice. This is too hard. This will take time and effort. I failed. What can this teach me? Why it helps: it retrains your brain to interpret struggle as learning. Number two, use the word yet. Add yet to any self-limiting statement. Examples: I can't do this yet. I don't understand this yet. Why it helps: it rewires fixed beliefs by framing abilities as developing. Number three, challenge journal. Each evening write down: number one, what challenge did I face today? Number two, how did I respond? Number three, what did I learn? Number four, how will I try again tomorrow? Why it helps: you begin to see challenges as normal and learnable. Number four, effort and strategy reflection. After completing something difficult, answer: what strategy did I use? What strategy could I try next? What strategy could I try next time? Where did effort make a difference? Why it helps: growth mindset is not just 10 minutes in. Growth mindset is not just about effort, it's about effort plus strategies. Number five, failure to lessons exercise. Take a recent failure, draw two columns: what happened, what did I learn? Why it helps: you trained yourself to extract growth from setbacks rather than judgment. Number six, practice Process praise self or others. When you talk to yourself or someone with praise, effort, strategy, persistence, improvement, trying different approaches. Examples: I worked hard on that. I tried a new method. Why it helps: it reinforces behaviors that lead to growth. Number 7, set a stretch goal. Choose one skill you want to improve. Define a goal that is challenging but doable. A plan what practice looks like daily/weekly. Why it helps: growth mindset thrives on purposeful practice. Number 8, neuroplasticity boost. Learn how the brain grows. Spend 5 minutes learning how the brain forms new connections. When you practice short videos or diagrams of neuron growth work well. Why it helps: understand the science behind growth, makes mindset change more believable. Number 9, try something you're bad at. Pick a hobby or skill you know you'll struggle with: drawing, dancing, puzzles, math problems, etc. During the activity, notice frustration, temptation to quit, negative self-talk, then consciously shift to growth statements. Why it helps: it normalizes being a beginner, builds resilience. 10, mistake of the week reflection. Choose one meaningful mistake from the week and answer what caused it. What does it reveal about my learning process, and what is the next step? What helps: celebrate mistakes as powerful feedback. Want something more personalized? Give us a probably not. This is a bit more in depth, and you can probably reach out to Carol or Dr. Carol to go over it a bit more. Let me just finish on this point. Mindset. Mindset generally refers to a set of beliefs, attitude, and mental frameworks that shape how you interpret situations, respond to challenges, and pursue goals. It influences motivation, resilience, learning, and overall well-being. 2 core types of mindset, and we already talked about Carol Dweck's framework of a fixed mindset and a growth mindset. Just real quick, we'll go over this. Fixed mindset believes abilities and intelligence are static, avoids challenges and fears failure, takes feedback personally, gives up easily. Growth mindset believes abilities can be developed through effort, strategies, and learning, embraces challenges and sees failure as feedback, values effort and improvement, shows resilience and persistence. Other useful mindset perspectives: positive mindset, focus on opportunity rather than obstacles. Abundance mindset, belief that there is enough success, happiness, or resources for everyone, versus scarcity mindset. Success mindset, long-term thinking, discipline, and continuous improvement. Stoic mindset, focus on what you control, accept what you can't. Entrepreneurial mindset, creativity, risk tolerance, problem solving, adaptability. Building a stronger mindset, reframe negative thoughts: I can't, I can learn how. Set clear, realistic goals, track small wins. I think we'll talk about goal setting a little closer to January. Surround yourself with growth-oriented people. Read, learn, and expose yourself to challenges. Practice gratitude and mindfulness. Seek feedback and use it constructively. We're just coming up on 15 minutes and 10 seconds left. There's one big thing to learn from today. It is the concept of growth mindset that you can change and learn over time. And hopefully you found this episode useful. We're just at the 15-minute mark now, so I'll just go over it one more time for those of you who don't know. Growth mindset, which we already touched upon, but just one last time. A growth mindset is the belief that abilities, intelligence, and talents can be developed through effort, effective strategies, learning, and persistence. It emphasizes progress over perfection. It views challenges, mistakes, and feedback as opportunities to improve rather than signs of failure. Key elements of growth mindset, which you already touched upon: abilities are not fixed, they improve with practice. Effort leads to mastery, not just to exhaustion. Challenges are valuable, not something to avoid. Failure is feedback, not a verdict. Feedback is constructive, not personal criticism. Learning is ongoing, not limited by natural talent. If you're out there and you're struggling with something area of your life, academics, sport, or maybe your job, or maybe it's business, I started to adopt the growth mindset. I was doing it subconsciously, but as I started to learn more about Dr. Carol and her work, I started adopting it to areas of my life, and it really, really improved, knowing that I could get better over time through my effort. It wasn't just fixed. So yeah, hopefully that helps, and have a great rest of your day.